I have accomplished so many things in my life. I moved from Dallas, Texas to Jacksonville, Florida. While living in Dallas, Texas, I had 3 beautiful children. I was awarded the opportunity to sing in a choir at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters behind Fantasia Barrino, Ruben Studdard, and the wonderful Karen Clark Shields. I also auditioned in front of Fred Hammond to sing in the Warehouse Worship Choir and be on his Love Unstoppable CD, and was one of the ones who were picked by the very own Fred Hammond himself. I went on to follow my passion and went to school for medical coding. I then moved to Jacksonville, Florida, and with hard work and studying, I took the exam to become certified in medical coding and passed. Not only did I get certified in medical coding, I also studied and passed my real estate exam and became a licensed real estate agent. I accomplished being a homeowner and vacation in my dream spot where I dreamed of going since the age of 5 years old, which is Paris, France, Amsterdam, and the UK. Along my journey, I have gained new relationships and I have grown more wisdom spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally. I also try my best to live a very prosperous and healthy life. I have just about accomplished all that I have set my mind to do. However, it has not always been this way for me. At the age of 19, with a 1-year-old little girl, out of wedlock, just like a regular teenager, doing my own thing and thinking I am grown, not listening to anyone and thinking to myself, can't nobody tell me nothing, thinking nothing can happen to me and that I was untouchable. A young man that was a part of my past has now become a part of my present. I went home to tell my mother, who I had saw and now involved with. I can remember to this day the words she spoke that was so vivid. What she said was, "Sharonda, baby, don't look back. You will be as Lot's wife in the Bible who looked back at Solomon and Gomorrah, and she turned into a pillar of salt." I was like, here she goes with those Bible stories. I then told her, Mom, whatever, I'm grown, not paying her any attention, and went on to dating this young man. We became intimate and protected ourselves. That is what I thought. Well, the relationship did not last long at all. 3 months before graduating, I noticed a sore throat, and on my tonsils looked like an abscess, and it hurt so bad. I noticed myself having night sweats, diarrhea, and I just could not get any energy. Nevertheless, I still pushed myself to go to high school. I was almost done. 2 months to go until graduation. One day, while at school, the blood drive bus came, and I was so excited to give blood to help someone else, not knowing at that time I needed help myself. So I went down to give blood. 2 weeks after giving blood, someone called me from the blood drive and told me that it was important that I go see my family doctor and get checked for all sexual transmitted diseases. I was like, lady, I have not been with anyone for I know 3 months or more. And then the one that I was with before, we used protection. So you must mean to call someone else. The lady on the other line was adamant that I go. And I told her, unless you tell me what's wrong, I'm not going anywhere. She said, I'm not supposed to give you any information over the phone, but I will, because I really need for you to go see your family doctor. She said, so here it goes. We tested your blood and it tested positive for HIV. I was like, what? Man, you're tripping. I could remember getting off the phone and calling my family doctor to make an appointment. The doctor's office seen me right away. I went in, and of course, they took a blood test and told me it would be 7 days before the results come back. I can't even begin to tell you the thoughts that went through my mind. To be honest, I can't even remember those 7 days going by. All I can remember is the 7th day that I had to go back and get my results. I told my mom I had to go to a doctor's appointment and if she would watch my baby for me. I got in my car and drove to the doctor's office, which seemed to be a long drive. What normally took me 15 minutes to get to the doctor's office seemed as if on that day it took me hours to arrive. I finally arrived and checked in. My doctor herself came out and got me. I knew then that this must be bad news that she needs to tell me. We finally arrived to one of the exam rooms and she looks at me with this hurtful look and said, "Sharonda, your test came back positive for HIV." I was speechless. I can't remember anything she said after that. All I could remember is getting in my car and just crying uncontrollably, not even putting my key in the ignition to drive home. I finally got up enough nerve and strength to call my mom and tell her the horrible news. A month before graduation and 4 days after burying my cousin, I found out I was HIV positive. What was I going to do? Will I live to see my daughter grow up and have kids of her own? Will I be able to get married and have any more children? Oh my gosh, will I even live to see the big 21? This is the same disease that eventually killed my cousin in his early 30s. Am I the next one to die? How will my daughter live in this big cruel world without her mom? Will my family embrace her and love her unconditionally like I will? Will they protect her from the dangers that this life will bring? Will they make sure she gets a great education and thrive for greatness in life? How will people treat me now? Will they think negative thoughts about me due to me contracting this horrible and deadly disease that will eventually turn into AIDS and kill me? All these questions racing through my head with absolutely no answer to them. Not only did this put me in a dark place, but now I was stuck in this dark place with no way out. My heart was beating, however, I was lifeless. I was literally at a place of no return. I felt the only way out was committing suicide. I tried several times, but this one time, I felt that I can allow my daughter in this world without me, so I would take her life with me. Foolish thoughts. So I put her in the car with me, and while driving, I seen a semi-truck. I swerved in front of the truck so the truck could hit us and kill us instantly. But God had another plan. The semi-truck stopped instantly, inches from hitting my car. Nothing but the hand of God that was on our life. I can remember my mom coming into my room once I got home and she said, "You can either fight the devil head on or you can allow the devil to kill you." Instantly, I felt strength that I never had that came from the Most High God. I began fighting the devil head on, and now 21 plus years later, I am here to tell my story and walking in my victory. I am here to encourage others to let them know you can win. I am also here to educate the uneducated regarding HIV and AIDS and kill the stereotype and all myths. Yes, I can only imagine what uneducated people are saying. Man, I'm not drinking or eating behind her. This has always been a myth. Man, she's beautiful, but she got that ninja, that ooh-wee, and she can pass it to anybody. She only has a short time to live anyway. All these things and more probably been said due to one's own truth and being uneducated. So, allow me to educate you and give you not your truth, but the truth about HIV. My favorite scripture in the Bible is Hosea 4:6. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. Yes, you can eat and drink behind me. I am not contagious. I am on medication that is called antiretroviral treatments that keeps me undetectable and has awarded me the opportunity on not passing it to anyone. I have been in relationships where my partners were negative and is still negative to this day. I have 3 beautiful children, of which I had 2 of them after my diagnosis, and come with no surprise, they are negative as well. While on medication, me passing it to someone is not true and not likely to happen. And this information comes from the Center for Disease Control, known as CDC, the same company that is now helping our world and working closely to the president to get control of COVID-19. Although God has given us the ability to make our own decisions, however, what He has not given us is the ability to choose the consequences. I will always have this thorn in my side, but even in this, I have the victory. My prayer and hope are to help as many people as I can and kill the stereotype and the myth regarding HIV and AIDS. The letters for HIV for me stands for having incredible victory.